Let's start in an easy seat, wherever that brings you today. Even if you want to sit up a little on a blanket, lift the hips if that feels better. But we want to find that tall spine. Drop the shoulders nice and low. Maybe blink the eyes closed. And just pause here to focus on our breath, to slow the breath and deepen the breath, and also as a chance to bring ourselves just to the mat. That for the time we have together for our practice, all that matters is what happens between these four corners of the mat. Follow that inhale, follow that exhale, and just allow yourself to settle in. One more nice big deep breath all the way down toward those sit bones. And then starting some circles in the shoulders as you're ready. Squeeze those shoulders up. On the exhale, roll those shoulders all the way back and down. Inhale to squeeze up. Exhale, roll down. And we're going to switch directions. We'll squeeze up and roll forward. And we'll release, drop those shoulders. And let's drop that right ear toward the right shoulder. Maybe the left fingers come beside you on the mat. Maybe the right hand comes to sit on top of the head, not to press, just for a little bit of weight. Breathing into the neck. And then we're going to sink the chin down toward the chest. We'll bring the right hand beside us, left ear to left shoulder, and maybe left hand to sit on top. And then we'll bring that left hand down, sink the chin down toward the chest, and we'll stay for a couple of breaths. And then slowly roll all the way back up. And let's come to our tabletop next. Hands and knees. And we'll circle out those hips. We'll switch directions, circling the other way. And then into cat and cow with the breath. Inhaling for cow, lifting that gaze. Exhaling to round the spine, tuck the chin for cat. And then just flowing back and forth. Your pace, your breath. One more. And release. We're going to slide that right foot along, plant the ball of that right foot, and then sink the right heel away toward the floor. Stretch out that calf. And then shifting forward, we're going to extend the left hand with that left pinky on the mat, and then using the breath, we're going to lift and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, arm and leg. One more. And then we'll release on this side. We're going to extend that left leg, plant the ball of that left foot, sink the heel toward the floor, stretch out that calf. And then shifting back forward, we'll extend the right hand, right pinky on the mat. And then with that breath, we'll lift the arm and the leg. Exhale, lower back to tap. One more. And release. And we're going to extend that right leg again, pointing the toes this time, leg lifted. We're going to draw circles in the air. And we'll switch directions, circle the other way. And then we're going to draw that right knee forward, sweep that right foot, walk it up to the top of the mat. We're going to find a low lunge. Feel free to lift and adjust that back left leg. First one here, nice and gentle, kind of find that lunge. Make sure your right knee is over the right ankle here. Walk that foot forward if you need to, and breathe. And we're going to walk and shift our hips back, walk those hands back. Right leg extended, those toes coming back towards you, a gentle hinge forward toward that right leg. Bring a block with you if you need to here. And then we're going to walk it back to that low lunge. Stay for a breath. And then we're going to walk that right foot all the way off the mat. Sweep it back and come back to our tabletop. We'll extend our left leg, point the toes, and we'll draw circles. We'll switch directions, circle the other way. And then we'll sweep that left leg, bringing that left foot up to the top and finding our low lunge on this side, settling in. Then walking those hands and hips back, pull those left toes up and we'll hinge forward. Not too far. Feel that stretch, hold and breathe. And then shifting back, low lunge. And walking that left foot off the mat, we'll sweep it back. Walk our hands now to the top of the mat, spread those fingers, tuck the toes, and let's find our first down dog. And get adjusted here. Maybe walk that dog, maybe bend both knees. And then traveling to the top of the mat, we'll find our rag doll. Grabbing opposite elbows, maybe swaying a little if you like. And then we'll release and take our time, rolling all the way up into our mountain. Settling in those feet, going nice and tall. On our inhale, we'll sweep up tall. Exhale, hinge, fold. We'll step back to plank. On our exhale, we'll lower with control, elbows in alongside the body. On the inhale, lift just the chest for baby cobra. And exhale, press up and back, down dog. On our inhale, we'll travel to the top of the mat, exhaling to fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale, folding, stepping back to our plank. Can be a high plank or modified. Exhale, lower down, nice and controlled. Inhale, baby cobra, and exhale, down dog. On the inhale, step walker hop to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale, folding, finding plank. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, baby cobra or your up dog. Exhale, press it back, down dog. Inhale, traveling to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to sweep tall. One more like that. Exhale, folding, finding our plank. Using our exhale to lower. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. And then we're going to lower to the knees. We're going to extend that right leg nice and long. Exhale, sweep it under. Walk or plant it up at the top. Again, back to our low lunge. And we're going to shift those hips and hands back, pull the right toes up, and again, gently fold forward toward that right leg. Walking back to our low lunge. We're going to tuck our left toes and walk to a wide leg fold. Adjust the feet, hang the head, and breathe. We're going to bring our stretch over to that left leg, melt the chest toward that left leg. Through center over to the right leg. And back to center. We're going to walk to the top of the mat. Turn those right toes. We're going to find warrior one. So those heels are on a balance beam. Left toes are going to go out to about 45 degrees. Hips toward the top of the mat. Arms are overhead, shoulders are soft. Really breathe into that back left leg. And then we're going to reach it forward. Find our plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. And then we're going to lower to the knees. We'll take the other side. So we're going to extend the left leg. On the exhale, sweep it under, find that low lunge. We'll walk those hips back, left toes up, and we'll fold forward. Walking back, low lunge. We'll tuck our right toes, get a little height, and we'll walk to our wide leg fold. We'll bring that stretch over to the right leg. And through center over to the left. Back to center. And then we'll walk to the top of the mat. Turn those left toes. Right toes will now be 45 degrees so that we can rise tall for our warrior one on this side. And then reaching forward all the way down to the mat, we'll step to our plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. And then as you're ready, we'll take the knees nice and wide, touch the toes. Sink back toward that child's pose, grounding down, breathe into those hips, across the lower back. Nice, slow, deep breaths here. We'll walk our hands off to the left, open up that right side all the way down to the hip. And then we'll move through center. We'll walk those hands to the right, breathe into that left side. Back to center. And then we'll rise up to our tabletop. And a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhaling for cow, exhaling for cat. One more. Back to neutral. We're going to extend that right foot, plant the ball of the right foot, sink the heel. Returning to this calf stretch. One more breath. And we'll shift forward, release, switch sides. Plant the ball of that left foot, sink the heel. Back to neutral, release. And let's take our hips side to side, back and forth, all the way to the right, all the way to the left. And when we're about even, returning to neutral and walking out to our puppy stretch. Walk those hands away, melt the heart down toward the mat, stretch out those shoulders. And then walking those hands back, we'll lower and find our way into our nice easy seat. And we'll start with the soles of the feet together. Grow up nice and tall and hinge forward. Rising tall, we'll extend our right leg. Bring the sole of that left foot to the inside of the right leg. Pull those right toes back, reach tall. Exhale, sink the chest toward that right leg. And rolling up, we're going to extend our left leg out to that V. Rise tall. Exhale, reach those hands toward the feet, melt the chest toward the mat. Never forcing anything here. Make sure you can breathe. And then rolling up, we'll pull this right leg into the inside of the left leg. Left toes back, inhale tall, exhale, sink toward that left leg, half bound angle. And release. We'll extend this right leg one more time out to that V. Reach it tall. Exhale, fold forward and breathe. Hold that stretch, but don't hold the breath. And release. We'll pull those knees up and let's roll all the way down onto our back, onto our mat. Settling in. Make sure those hips are grounded, the shoulders are nice and low. And we'll windshield wiper those knees back and forth, side to side. Then we'll drop those knees to the left. Let them settle in and maybe tip the gaze to the right. Starting to slow that breath back down here. Maybe the arms are at goalposts or out to a T. Allowing that back body to melt into the mat to let the whole body soften. And we'll come up through center. We'll drop the knees to the right, the gaze to the left. And we'll come back up to center. We're going to bring that right ankle to the top of the left knee. Pull that left leg into chest, inclined pigeon. Adjust the back here. Breathe into that right hip. We're going to release the left leg and squeeze the right knee into chest. Give it a good squeeze. If you want to draw some circles with that leg, one way, and then the other way. And then we're going to extend that right leg up toward the sky. Pull those toes back towards you. Keeping the leg lifted and extended, we're going to release the hands by our sides, and we're going to slowly lower that right leg down to the mat. Then we'll bend that right knee, plant the right foot. Taking the other side, we'll bring left ankle to the top of the right knee, reclined pigeon, pull that right leg in, breathe. Check in with this left side, this left hip. And then we'll release that right leg. Squeeze the left knee into chest. And maybe into those leg circles, one way. The other way. And then we'll extend that left leg up toward the sky, hands holding, supporting that leg here at first. And we'll take the hands, bring them by our sides, and slowly lower this left leg all the way down to the mat. And then as both legs are on the mat, we'll point those toes, reach the arms overhead, full body stretch, lengthening out. And then as you're ready, starting to make our way to that Shavasana, relax the legs, maybe widen the legs, let the feet fall open. As you draw the arms down by your sides, adjust those shoulders. Use any props that you want to there at home. Settling in here, really let that back body settle into the mat, soften into the mat, and return the focus to the breath, to that inhale, to that exhale. Nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. And then slowly coming back, Feel that back body. Feel all the connection points and then breathe into all the space around you as you invite some movement back, fingers, toes. And then let's hug those knees into chest, seal the back against the mat, maybe rock a little. And then we'll let momentum take our knees all the way to one side where we'll stay and pause. We'll settle in here on our side just to seal in our practice. A few breaths to thank ourselves for coming, to breathe in the good of practice, and to exhale out onto the mat anything we want to leave here. And then as you're ready, making your way back up into that nice, tall, easy seat. Hmm. Thank you very much for spending part of your day on the mat with me. Namaste.